Okay, welcome ladies and gentlemen. I'm Skag Bones, I'm your host, and today we got a couple things we're going to do today to the mountain bike. So this is probably going to be a couple of different videos, not just one. We're outside today, don't have the bike stand out here, just because I want to do it where since it's nice and warm outside, really warm inside. So for the most part, the tools that we will need today is we're going to need some of these guys. Some end caps for cables. We are going to need a set of Allen wrenches in metric. We're going to need a cassette tool. We're going to need one of these guys. Oh, we got to get the chain whip, by the way. A third hand tool, not necessarily needed. A set of cutters, cable cutters, and then of course an adjustment screwdriver. We are going to be removing the front mech. We are going to replace the rear mech with this 10-speed. We're currently at a 9-speed right now. We also have a set of 10-speed shifters, so we're going to be replacing this front shifter with the front 10-speed. Probably taking off that cap as well. I got some new grips, but I'm not too worried about that. Taking off the front bottom ring, and then getting rid of the front mech, and then going to a dropper post. Okay, so that's what we got in store today. So give me 1 second, grab one more tool, and we'll begin. Okay, first thing we're going to do, folks, is you want to remove your dropper. So you want to take off the tension on your clutch mech as best as possible. You want to get this out. One thing we're also going to do is we want to shift down the lowest gear as well. Lift the bike up like this, get down to your lowest gear, and you should be there. Then you can take the rear wheel off. Okay, now if you're afraid about your brakes going together, you can take the little pad pieces, put them in there, prevent those from going together. We're not going to worry about that right now. We're actually going to prop the bike up on a chair, get the bike out of the way while we change the cassette. First thing we're going to do is change the cassette. The next thing we're going to do is then we're going to go and change the shifters out, getting rid of this shifter over here, get rid of this mech and that shifter, and then change out this front shifter here. So like I said, the first thing I want to do is we'll do the cassette. Start with the cassette. We're not going to adjust this shifter, the rear mech, until we actually do the unmod of the mod that we did originally. Okay, but that should be pretty easy. Okay. I'll lift the bike up. I think chain as such. Get the wheel out of the way. I got some padding I'm going to put down on the ground, and I'll put my shifters on that, because that's what I'm more worried about. I'm worried about the handlebars more than I am the seat. So, now that we got that out of the way, we're going to go to this guy here. Okay, so here's a rear wheel. One of the first things we want to do is we're going to get this, our chain whip, and we're going to make sure we have our mech tool. Take your quick releases off if you have quick release. If you don't, if you have a through axle, that's fine. It's already going to be out for this. Okay, Got my mech right there. I'm going to put that in just like so. I'm going to get my chain whip because I want to hold it this direction, like so. Well, I crank the opposite direction with this. Just like that. And we loosen up our cassette. I have a rag here. I'm going to take the new cassette, set it on the rag. Like I said before, it's a 10-speed. Take the old cassette, put it in here, and we will save it. Never want to get rid of a old cassette. This is a 32 tooth. As you can see, quite a bit smaller than that guy there. Okay. So we're going to put that away. And then we are going to take this guy and we're going to find our small little key here. Put it on like so. If there is any cleaning that you need to do to it, you can do that at this point. Put that there. The mulch on there. Grab your locking ring. At this point, we don't need the freewheel tool, the chain whip. That should be good enough. Now, you can use a torque, sorry, I'm wiping off my face here. You can use a torque wrench. Don't necessarily need one, as long as you get it nice and tight. Of course, you don't want to over torque as well. Okay, so that's our rear wheel with our new cassette on there. So we'll now take that, put that off to the side. Okay. So the next thing we want to do is actually, we're not going to put it off to the side. We're going to put it back on the bike and then flip the bike back over. Okay, sorry I'm not showing this portion, guys. I will flip the bike back over, give them 1 second here.